The I.E.A.U. and its member unions cannot abide with or accept any continuing efforts that may be deemed union-busting activities by any of its members, particularly in any internal conflicts over a position the union members agreed upon by open vote. In essence, the situation that has led to this disruption of our united union activities involves the initial position the members of the I.E.A.U. and the I.E.A.U. member unions, including AIPAC, took on Proposition 60. In a special meeting called on July 18th, the I.E.A.U. and its member unions, including AIPAC, voted to support publicly Proposition 60. Of the 23 voting union members, the recorded vote went 12 members voted yes, 4 voted no, and 7 members did not cast a vote. George Riano did not attend the meeting and did not cast a vote. On the 14 voting members of AIPAC, 5 voted yes, 3 voted no, and 6 were absent and did not cast a vote. Notably, Alana Evans voted no, and Melissa Hill was absent and did not cast a vote. Of the 4 adult film crew chapters members, 2 voted yes, and 2, including Shelley, voted no. In short, AIPAC and AFC voted to support yes on Proposition 60. In voting to support Proposition 60, each voting member of the I.E.A.U. and its member unions, including AIPAC and AFC, remain aware that 29 CFR 1910.1030 bloodborne pathogens requires California businesses to follow the initiatives of Proposition 60. Bella Dahl was not at that time an acting union member. Ultimately, the above board members and Bella Dahl assumed a stance against Proposition 60. In assuming their stance and asserting their rights of free speech, those members disputed the validity of July 18, 2016 I.E.A.U. members' vote. In disputing the I.E.A.U. vote, those board members and Bella Dahl actively took vocal public actions via news media outlets, radio, and social media to dispute that AIPAC voted to support Proposition 60. In doing so, they have bashed and publicly discredited the I.E.A.U. and specifically attacked the I.E.A.U. board members. Such negative and anti-union activities appear as union busting. Some of the public attacks against specific board members appear libelous and slanderous. Clearly, such actions go against union building and may be construed as violations of federal law. Much of the intra-union dispute stems for the federal freedom of speech opposition to Proposition 60. Through FFCs promotes itself as a nonprofit sex worker industry advocate with membership from many areas of industry, including AIPAC actors and AFC production workers. The FFC members also include very influential producers and production company owners. The I.E.A.U. views FFC as sex worker industry management, the other half of any collective bargaining unit, regardless of its nonprofit corporation status. For all the FFC's good work, it remains I.E.A.U.'s understanding that the FFC, via its management members, threatened to blackball any actors who publicly sided with Proposition 60. It also remains I.E.A.U.'s fully understanding that those FFC management members have resorted to other tactics to influence union members to take a stance against the I.E.A.U. for publicly voting to support Proposition 60. Any actions that the I.E.A.U. took against the so-called injured AIPAC and AFC officers stems out of the conviction that the FFC overly influenced union-building activities. The I.E.A.U. perceives that it is the FFC's sex industry management directly involved in our union that has facilitated the intra-union disputes. The I.E.A.U. suggests that the actions, whether intentionally or not, of certain members of AIPAC have the taint of union busting. The I.E.A.U. took its hasty actions in accordance with the laws and union bylaws based upon the perception of union busting activities and management influenced actions taken by AIPAC members against the I.E.A.U. unions. That stated, the I.E.A.U. maintains its position that it specifically did not violate 29 U.S.C. 401 in its previous actions. The I.E.A.U. board and its member union board shall continue to take whatever lawful and sanctioned actions necessary in our efforts to bring unions, union protection, and union benefits to all adult entertainer workers. The I.E.A.U. remains in its organizational phase, as does its member unions, that includes Adult Performers Actors Guild. When the contested actions occurred, our membership was quite small. The I.E.A.U., the parent union of AIPAC, took steps in accordance with the bylaws and laws to consciously stop and prevent actions we considered union busting, facilitated by the employers of AIPAC actors under the guise of the Free Speech Coalition in the Free Speech Coalition's effort to defeat California Proposition 60. the I.E.A.U took the position of the FFC membership, including industry management. Thus, the FFC influence upon the I.E.A.U unions amounted to too much direct management involvement in our unions and our union building efforts. With that stated, the I.E.A.U board agrees that it may have acted hastily and perhaps somewhat inappropriately in removing the APAG officers, Melissa Hill, Alana Evans, and George Riano. Accordingly, we offer our apologies to them severely and individually. And the I.E.A.U board would like to request that they resume their position with APAG as its acting officers. Bella Doll's membership contains different matters, however, and if APAG acting officers decide to vote Bella Doll a position, the I.E.A.U at this time has no objection. As far as Shelley is concerned, he unfortunately did not make himself available after many requests to sign the needed legal documents to resume his position. Therefore, we would like to offer him time to do so that may be corrected by the I.E.A.U. We ask, however, that each of the above stated resume helping with our unified efforts to bring union protections and benefits to adult entertainers and refrain from any actions forward that would refrain this union from doing so. The I.E.A.U understands and grudgingly accepts the impact of our initial public position on Proposition 60 may cause near-term harm to the I.E.A.U members, union actors, and movie production workers. As such, the I.E.A.U shall willingly, open and dialogue in a new vote of the I.E.A.U union position. We ask the APAG and AFC union officers, including Melissa Hill, Alana Evans, Shelley, and George Riano, to attend our special next meeting so that we can remedy all our unionization issues. We also extend that invitation to Bella Doll to join us as well. We ask that all union members remember we must work together as a union based upon our agreed upon bylaws and agreed upon voted upon positions. In best regards, the board of the I.E.A.U, Elizabeth Thomas, Casey Blue, Amanda Golisarian, and Joan Bolton.